Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here, welcome back to the Nikke Goddess of Victory video. Alright, I figured before Modernia gets released, I just want to give you guys a couple of my thoughts, a bit of predictions, and if you guys are free to play, some of you guys have asked me, hey, should I pull for Modernia? I don't have any tickets right now, which some of you guys might be in a bit of a pickle, a bit of a situation, right? So first things first, Modernia is not yet released as of the time of me recording this video. When I upload this video, I guess we are still going to have approximately 20 hours before she's released, right? If you guys are not aware, she will be released. Right here is the time at exactly 12 o'clock at 1st of January 2023 UTC plus night time zone. So convert that to wherever you're at. One thing to keep in mind is, she is a pilgrim unit, so therefore a lot of players have, look forward to having pilgrim banner or be able to pull a pilgrim character, because that's something that a lot of players really wants, right? But there are also some players that already have plenty of pilgrim characters in their inventory, in their Nikke collection, right? For me, I only have Scarlet as my pilgrim as of the time right now. So I was hoping maybe if I get Modernia, it's gonna help me a little bit in the tower. But let's say if you don't care about that, should you pull for her? So let's talk a little bit about this. Modernia in the game, right? Okay, let's go. I know she's already there. So she's a burst 3 pilgrim, going to compete with a lot of other pilgrims along the way. If you're playing on widescreen, she's not, I know if you play on portrait, she's like cut. But right here, she's not, she's fine. It's just her pose is like, notice her angle is like that. GB though.
Commander, let's go for a wow. Makes me feel Anise kicked me out of the dormitory because I sprinkled flour everywhere.
Anise kicked me out of the dormitory, okay, that's cool. Alright, let's have a look at the skills. Somebody says she got buff, but hey, let's have a look. Deal 7.7%, okay, ammo capacity is 300, reload time is 2 seconds. Oof. So the passive high-speed evolution activates when normal attack hits, affects the target. Deals 3% of attack as additional damage, okay, that's pretty fair. So when normal attack hits 200 times, critical damage increase, stacks up to 5 times, max ammunition capacity decrease. Wait, why would it decrease? Stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 10 seconds. Isn't that bad? Better get those reload cubes ready. Yeah, I think she would definitely benefit from that for sure. It really depends, right? She is a minigun, machine gun. It's this direction though. The direction should be pointing up maybe? Max ammunition capacity increase instead of decrease. Affects all allies for the skill 2. Activates when entering full burst. So this one will only when you go full burst. Hit rate increased by 8%. Hit rate is helpful for Gravedigger, for bosses that move around a lot. Affects self-activates when normal attack hits 200. Ooh, 29% increase in attack, that's a lot. No, if max ammunition capacity decrease, she would need to reload more, so most likely it's increase. So let's see, affects all allies for the burst skill, it increased. Everybody's full burst time is increased by 5 seconds. I'm not sure how beneficial is that, because with a lot of people have been saying this, with Lita and Dola, you almost have the burst downtime is almost negligible, right? So I'm not sure if this is going to be better. Full burst time increased by 5 seconds. Grants unlimited ammunition for 15 seconds. Okay, that's cool. Whenever you activate it. Destroy mode, extending the line of sight. Auto aim at all enemies within fire range. Stage target will be recognized as a single enemy regardless of its interruption parts. Stage target will be recognized as a single enemy. So if there's multiple parts, it's all single enemy for the bosses. So it's not good for bosses, I'm guessing, because it's still counting it as a single enemy. It's only 5 more seconds every 40 seconds, it's not a big deal. Deals 2.24% of attack as damage for 15 seconds. Like, I'm trying to see, like, in the context of comparing with someone like Scarlet or Heron. It does feel like, so let's compare to Heron for example, right? I think Heron does more. 25% chance of attacking. This one is a bit unique. The virus transfer affects all enemies and deal 999% of attack as damage. Simple burst skill. I don't know, man. I feel like Modernia is gonna be a bit lacking in damage. I think she's cool to use in co-op and stuff. The only way we can know is we can test. Based on me reading this, I don't know how strong she will be. This one is a little bit weird. Activates when normal attack hits 200 times during increased hit rate status. So the skill 2 will not activate until she goes into full burst. The skill 2 is like her biggest bottleneck, because she needs to enter hit rate to activate the increase attack by 29%. We'll see if this attack boost is gonna be enough. Like, keep in mind this is all at skill level 10. Like, much more believable. We're gonna test her at level 4. Is she better than other burst 3? I don't know. Right now, at reading the skills now, I don't think she is, or I don't think she will be. Like, I still think she's gonna do less than Heron or Scarlet. Of course, I could be wrong. Like, based on me reading now, it's hard to know for sure. Crit damage sucks compared to attack. Yeah, that's true. She can't be your main DPS, but you can still slot her in. Yeah, I'm trying to think in the context of, if you are someone without Pilgrim units, sure, you need to pull for her. If you already have a lot of other Pilgrim units, you probably don't need her per se. It depends on where the player stands right now. I think to be safe, for those that are still skeptical a little bit, just wait for a bit, right? Also, we don't know who is next after her, right? There's going to be more Pilgrim banners in the future. If you don't think you need her, there's no need for you to get her per se. Compare her to the burst 3 we have now. Is she top 5 or even top 10? Okay, let's have a look at all the other burst 3 to get an idea, right? Who's the best burst 3 right now? I know the best burst 3 right now is Knight. Between I know Snow White does a lot as well. I don't have Snow White, again, I can't test. Snow White is one of the highest damage. If you're looking for damage, right? We're just comparing damage. Heron, Scarlet, and Snow White, I heard. Snow White is very strong against bosses from what I heard. Scarlet it depends on the situation, right? If there's a lot of enemies, she's gonna do a lot, right? Because of how her skill works. The more enemy there is, the more damage she's gonna do. She scales with the number of enemies, which is insane. I think there's no limit to how many enemies she can hit. Besides these 3, let's see. Laplace does decent damage. I would say she's quite good damage-wise, right? Laplace is also one of the better damage dealer, although she's much more manual focus. I think Laplace is much more manual focus. If you are autoing, maybe she doesn't perform as well. Privity is not damage, she's more of CC. Helm is like a bit of healing, not really for the damage as well, right? Laplace is good for high defense bosses, yeah. Laplace will always be good for co-op because if you manual her, it's so easy. Drake, do you guys think Drake does more than Sugar? I don't have Sugar to compare. I think Drake is okay, she's alright. I don't think her damage is high, but I think what makes her strong is this skill right here. Like, this one affects all allies, right? Increase hit rate and increase attack by 11%, which is a lot. Hit rate and attack activate at the beginning of full burst. So this is a good skill to have. Burst skill, I don't think most people use Drake for burst skill. I think most people use Drake for this one. That skill makes her better than Sugar. Like, for me, I don't really use Drake for the burst skill. I use it for this. So this increased by 10% definitely. I think Alice is not bad. I don't have a chance to test her per se. So yeah, I think Drake is still very good. Rupee is a burst too, so we don't really have to worry about her. So it's about Drake and Alice. My Alice is not as good as Drake, and my Alice is not as invested as Drake in the skill. So I would say I would call this even. 500. Actually, I think Alice would do more if they are more even. So yeah, as of now, based on me looking at the skill, it's really hard to tell if Modernia is going to outperform any of the other pilgrims. Right now, Snow White, Scarlet, Heron, these are all very, very solid PvE pilgrim characters. Now, is Modernia going to, be able to compete even with other burst 3, right? Like I mentioned, Drake or even Alice, Laplace, those characters? Of course, that's something that we have to find out. Right now, I'm not too sure, but I can speculate a lot of players, more than likely, they're just going to bench her. She's going to be benched for the majority of the players that pull for her, and you will only use Modernia when you're trying to climb Pilgrim Tower, specifically just for one tower. Is it worth it? Now that's up for you guys to decide. For me, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would say yes, to be able to get bonus rewards, but yeah, it depends on where you stand. If you're a low spender, this is something that you have to think carefully. But again, if you're not sure, right, stay tuned tomorrow. Come join my live stream. I'll be streaming the polls whenever Modernia's banner goes live. Again, at this particular time zone. Yeah, just subscribe to this channel. I'll be live right there. After I pull for her, definitely I will be doing some testing myself. So hopefully we'll be able to give you guys a better idea if she's a good character overall, or is she just a subpar character. Now, if you are pulling for her regardless, because of the story, totally respect that. I do think that she has one of the best story associated to her thus far. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. Subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the Modernia polls. Have a nice day. Goodbye.